Dreams. Everyone in life has one, but some believe that theirs far outweigh others. It's because of them that the world is sometimes in disarray. Our dream in this case occurs on the planet, the Endless Illusion.
What's up guys, it's Kent from Spartan Media Reviews, here to review the anime, Gun Sword. Does this show deserve a watch? Let's find out. The story of Gun Sword takes place on the planet called the Endless Illusion and focuses on Vaughn, who goes by many different nicknames, and Wendy, a young girl who is on the search to find her brother. Both of these characters have one common goal: to find the Claw, who is the main villain of the series. Van is out for revenge after the Claw killed his fiancée on their wedding day, and Wendy is looking for her brother after the Claw kidnapped him. As the story progresses onward, however, the story focuses a lot more on Vaughn's goals and the idea of the Claw trying to create a new world. The setting of this show has similar elements to Trigun and Code Geass, combining Western themes with mechs. The story's elements also are very similar to the anime Inuyasha by having a group of characters go after a villain for similar reasons. The story is nothing groundbreaking, but does a good job of keeping the viewer entertained. The concepts and themes have been done plenty of times before, but Gun Sword still tries to make it its own. The cast of Gun Sword is somewhat vast, but primarily focuses on a select few. Van as a main character is very similar to Spike from Cowboy Bebop, featuring similar ideas, morals, and even almost identical facial features. The hatred he has towards our main villain also helps add to his development. The Claw as the main villain of the series was enjoyable to listen to. His ideas on how to create a new society were similar to other villains in anime, but his age and personality made him seem different. The build up to his reveal in the show also helped with his development. I had no idea what to expect out of him, but his reveal was well worth it. The other characters in the series were okay. They were pretty generic and cliche, having our rival, lead female accompaniment, and generic love interest. Overall, I enjoyed the characters for what it was, but the development was nothing groundbreaking. Gun Sword was animated by a company known as AIC ASTA. I have never heard of their works until this show, but I believe that they did a pretty good job. Fighting scenes looked crisp for the most part, and the character designs, albeit cliche for a Western vibe kind of show, looked solid as well. Overall environments also looked decent and helped add to the story. I also loved the opening. It was nothing out of the ordinary, but it did a few things that were really cool. The first time you see the opening, many of the characters are blurred out, but when they are introduced into the show, they are then seen in full color. Also, when a character dies, their character then fades back to a silhouette. With this being the first production I saw from this company, I would trust them in creating another series for me. The soundtrack of this show was nothing special. The opening got me pumped for each episode with its horns and flute sections along with the orchestral choir in certain areas. The dub of this show was done by a little company known as Funimation, and they did a fantastic job as always. Bringing in voices such as Michelle Ruff, David Vincent, Liam O'Brien, and Yuri Lowenthal, Funimation brought the most out of the characters. Now with everything that I have said, do I recommend Gun Sword? Yes. Everything about this show is average, but if you are looking for a somewhat enjoyable series that has a great dub, then this show is right up your alley. Think of this show as a less appealing Trigun or Cowboy Bebop. The symbolism and character development might not be there, but it is still a ton of fun. If you want to check out Gun Sword, you can watch it on Funimation's website. Also, what are your thoughts on Gun Sword? Comment below. If you enjoyed this review, hit that like button. I would really appreciate it. You can also subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate that as well. Follow me on Twitter and Hummingbird to keep up to date with the current things that I'm doing. And with all that said, I will catch you guys in my next review. Thank you for watching.